more artful.
It deserves honors and lauds by the cartful.
The play is just perfect.
Nothing is wrong.
Except that it's almost 2 hours too long. The play is just great, so we need not repeat it.
But you need to be Albert Einstein just to read it.
Now, don't get us wrong. We love William Shakespeare.
But in this new century, he's not very clear.
And only in reverence to him, our great hero, do we pull the bar back down to our level. 0.
We shortened the play, changed some names, made it rhyme. No more of that blank verse. We don't think he'd mind.
A rhyming tetrameter is thought quite useful.
But could make the play sound a bit Dr. Seussful.
And what's wrong with that? Why, as sure as we're standing, Seuss is good too, and most folks understand him.
Now, don't get the idea that the Seussification of Romeo and Jay is our one main intention.
We'd never do that.
No, we wouldn't.
No, and that's why we're bothering telling you so. A prologue is
Perhaps giving the whole plot away.
It must be important. There must be some reason for Shanky to put it there.
Unless he's just teasing.
Our prologue's addressed. Our prologue's addressed, so let's watch and see.
This lamentable,
Horrible!
gross comedy. Tragedy.
Verona is the place from where I play his pick. 2 families live there, and man related. And reasonable cases are few more boring. Straight from the loins of those mentioned above, top kid 1. Late kid 2. And they fell in love. Kid 1 and kid 2 each later took their life as a result from their parental strife. The families who fighting and feuding were fettered. Somehow the death of their kids made it better. They were all pals now. They'd go on hikes. Mud wrestling. Play lawn darts. And things of the like. Now, we're not saying that taking your life is an antidote to parental tumult and strife. That's an idea that sure can make play salt, but in real life, that just doesn't turn out well. So, kids, never try this. Forget what you've heard. We're trained professionals, and we're
Just a reminder, this interpretation takes nothing from Seuss as inspiration. Our thoughts are our own, and we stand alone.
In this corner, here are Samson and Gregory from the house of Capitulate, and boy were they angry. And representing the house of Lord Monotone, Abram and Balthazar, a tenor and baritone.
Excuse me, do you want your thumb in our stomach?
I did bite my thumb, and it hurts. See the pus there?
I think your breast marks us.
Do you have a quarrel?
No, not yet. Only a simple moral. We serve Lord Monotone, as you know, and monotones have on their bellies an O. Nothing's more fashionable, and what could be better?
Nothing except that you picked the wrong letter. Capitulates all have an X on their tummies. If you don't have one, then you're Spend all his time daydreaming, why should he bother? Show me a mistress that is passing fair, where I may read who passed that passing fair. She is too fair, too wisely too fair. It must be unfair to be passed at the fair, because mares, they don't care who's passing them rarely. Even the fair will pass rarely but rarely. My love is fair, stripped fair, and cooked fair. But fair Cupid seals my bliss, so I despair. That was young Romeo, kid number one. But as we can see, he's not having much fun. Perhaps he could use some red sneasel fruit juice. That's the best juice when your mind's on the loose. It's guaranteed for 10,006 uses, and it's nothing, no nothing, like old Dr. Seuss's. Nor is our play, which can stand on its own. Just thought we'd find you before you go home.
Meanwhile, at the capitulate pad, there's a suitor for Julie, and he's with her dad.
Capitulate, I'm the man for your daughter.
I don't think you'll do.
Who could be hard?
Does he have a point there? I think you'll be dandy. Let's have a banquet. Young man, go and get all of the people whose names I have writ.
Before I can find all these people and read them, I need to find help from someone who can read them.
Because fairs, they don't care who's passing rarely. Even the fair will pass rarely but rarely. My love is fair, stripped fair, and cooked fair.
But fair Cupid seals my bliss, so I despair. Romeo, I know your heart has been broken because on this matter you've endlessly spoken. And I try my best to be philanthropic, but cousin, I think you've exhausted this topic. This tether to sadness I think you must cut, and if you don't, will you please just shut up?
Romeo, it is so rare to forbear.
Hey, buddy, what's up? Can we help you there? Sure enough, if there's help, then I need it. 'Cause I've got this list here, and I just can't read it. To find a strong reader is what I've been hoping.
I'll read it to you. It will keep me from moaning. These folks can come to Capitulate's party. Smarty Martino and his boy named Artie. Bronco McBilly and Buck Billy Buck and Lady McDicky McDuffie McDuff. Sunny Sundaily and his Papa Lou. John Dewey Jack Emerson from Cat Mondu. Mercutio and Winifred Winnie Waters. Old Uncle Perkins 96 stars. Stay from Topeka and Lady Von Rival. Rosalind Valentine Olivia Tittle. Anyone named Gordy or Tim or Melissa can come to this bash. If you can't, then we'll miss you. This party sounds great.
Like the best of the best.
If you're not a monotone, come be our guest.
Romeo, we've got to go crash this wingding. There's sure to be beauties there to make even you sing.
This party will never cure my broken heart. But I'll go along with you to take your part.
Meanwhile, back at the capitulate place, we meet Juliet, full of splendor and grace.